What if the success of Doctor Who's 16th Doctor doesn't depend on new monsters, explosions, or spectacle, but on something far more human? This is the question haunting fans, critics, and even former showrunners. For 60 years, Doctor Who has survived wars, cancellations, and reinventions. But today, the pressure is unlike anything the show has ever faced. Disney's involvement has shifted global expectations. Competition from prestige sci-fi like Foundation, The Expanse, and Star Trek raises the stakes, and the shadow of past failures still lingers. Into this storm steps Chris Marshall, cast as the 16th Doctor, a choice both surprising and inevitable. Surprising because few expected Marshall, long linked with rom-coms and light-hearted television, to be entrusted with one of science fiction's most difficult roles. Inevitable because his energy, charm, and unpredictable nature feel almost designed for a character who must reinvent himself every few years. But how can this Doctor succeed? After all, the 15th Doctor, played by Ncuti Gatwa, was hailed as a fresh start, yet his tenure ended with controversy, mystery, and unresolved storylines. The regeneration into Billie Piper sent shockwaves through the fandom, and many fans feel the ground beneath Doctor Who is no longer solid. In this fragile moment, the 16th Doctor must not just survive, he must save the show. And here, the words of a former showrunner ring louder than ever. Russell T. Davies, the man who resurrected Doctor Who in 2005 and again in 2023, has been open about the true formula behind a Doctor's success. It isn't bigger Daleks, it isn't flashier CGI, it isn't stunt casting. It's something else entirely. Davies argues that the Doctor isn't defined by their victories, but by their heart. Two hearts, yes, but more importantly, the willingness to wear them openly. To show joy in the face of death, laughter in the presence of danger, and empathy even for the strangest of enemies. Think about it, the most beloved Doctors, David Tennant's 10th, Matt Smith's 11th, Tom Baker's 4th, weren't remembered for what they fought. They were remembered for how they felt. Tennant's aching loneliness, Smith's manic childlike wonder, Baker's alien unpredictability, and Davies insists that if the 16th Doctor is to succeed, Marshall must lean into those raw emotions. Not as a performance trick, not as melodrama, but as honesty. The Doctor, Davies once said, wasn't the smartest person in the room. The Doctor is the kindest. That, he believes, is the secret. Already, hints of this approach can be seen in the 16th Doctor's first moments. He doesn't posture as a warrior. He doesn't stride into the universe with arrogance. Instead, there's a subtle fragility, a warmth masked by humor, a gentleness hidden beneath wit. And that balance, if carefully written, could recapture what's been missing. But there's more, because Davies' roadmap for success isn't just about the Doctor's personality. It's about the entire ecosystem surrounding them. From the companions who ground the story, to the writers who imagine it, to the tone that guides the show. Every detail matters. Every choice either lifts the Doctor into legend or pulls them into forgettability. And as Davies warns, the show can no longer afford to stumble. For years, Doctor Who has teetered between brilliance and confusion, between soaring triumphs and messy contradictions. But now, in this new streaming era, there's less room for error. A single misstep risks not just one season, but the future of the franchise itself. So how does the 16th Doctor succeed where others faltered? How does Chris Marshall carve a legacy that doesn't collapse under the weight of fan expectations? The answer, Davies suggests, is simpler and more radical than you'd think. If you believe the Doctor's heart beats outside the TARDIS, hit subscribe and stay with us. Because what you're about to learn isn't just advice, it's the hidden blueprint for survival,